What's up, everybody? Brian here with another episode of Fishing Control. Welcome back to the beach with me. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a pretty special one. I'm going to slow things down a little bit and take our time and show you what I actually do out here. Show you really how to catch fish on the beach. Something to keep in mind is there's obviously a lot of ways to catch fish on the beach. These are just ways that I have found that work for me, and I'm going to share them with you now. So that being said, let's get started. All right, so what I've got here are two medium-ish action rods, pretty long, so I can keep the rod above both the waves and people's heads. I've got 30-pound test on my bigger rod, 20-pound on my smaller stuff. Braided line so that it'll be thinner and cut through the waves and wind better. On here I've got 17-pound leaders. Might actually go ahead and replace this one because it's a little frayed up. You see here it's all frayed up. We might go ahead and replace that one. This one is not so frayed up. It's got a couple little spots, but it ain't too bad. Now we might be able to go ahead and fish. This one, on the other hand, I think we're going to swap it out. So that brings me to another point, is that I pre-tied or pre-purchased a bunch of leaders. In my case, pre-tied a bunch of leaders. So we're going to show you what that looks like. So I've got, in this baggie right here is one. That's probably the one I'm going to put on right here. And you see it's already tied up, so I don't have to spend a bunch of time, waste a bunch of time tying those knots. I can go ahead and get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and swap that out real quick. Okay, so we got distracted by a person, but that's okay. So we retied this leader. It's a nice long one. I like this one a lot. I think it's going to do well. I've got 4-ounce weights on to keep it from moving around in the surf. I've cut up some fish bites to put on here. This is what fish bites look like. These help keep some bait on your hook. Shrimp comes off pretty easy, but these are, I've caught fish with just fish bites. You can use just fish bites, but the combination of fish bites and fresh dead shrimp seems to be the ultimate combination. So I've peeled this shrimp and cut it into small sections. The peel is kind of a false sense of security. And in fact, the fish are just gonna mess with it more, it seems like, if there's a shell on it, rather than they're gonna just eat it if there's not. And so that's what my bait's gonna look like going out there. And this is the other one. This is a double drop rig. You can use double drop rigs, single drop rigs. These are ones I've tied myself. So I made it with 2 drops, both orange floats, a bigger float up high, a smaller float down low. This is a double drop rig that is whiting style or kingfish style or spot style, with a green bead, green small bead, and a red big bead. Double drop style with also a 4-ounce weight on my smaller rod. And that's going to get 2 pieces of shrimp and green shrimp fish bites. On the first rod I put orange sand flea fish bites. This is going to get some green shrimp fish bites, and possibly I might cut the pieces even a little bit smaller. Small pieces of bait today. This is how you fish to catch a good number of fish, as opposed to specific fish. Those are my old sand flea fish bites. Oh, we might be out of the green shrimp now. Yeah, okay, well, maybe everybody's getting sand flea today. That's fine. These were some really good looking fish bites anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and use them. But again, I think I am going to put some slightly smaller little strips I like to cut them in diamonds. Somebody once, a couple of years ago, said rather than squares, they do diamonds because it's a more common shape in the ocean. So, it sounded logical. Not a whole lot of squares out there as far as I know, but there's a lot of triangles, or a lot of diamonds. Scales and carapaces and things have lots of diamond shapes on them, so I'm gonna roll with it. Sounded legit when he said it. So we're gonna put this rod out from right over here. One of these is going to go out farther, one of these is going to go out closer, and then we'll decide what to do with more rods or less rods. But so somewhere in here I've got a leader that was tied up by, here it is. This leader right here was tied up by Kane. I ran into him on the beach on Hunting Island, just hanging out the other day. He was fishing, I was hanging out with the wife, exploring. But he gifted me this. He said he's been practicing tying some leaders. He got some kits and tying some leaders. Asked me to give it a shot. So we're gonna tie it on my new rod over here and put it out there. See what happens. Okay, something it looks like has this one. So we're gonna find out here. What have we got? No way. No way. I thought that's what it was. Okay. Well, it's a target species for sure, but way out of size. That's a pompano. That is an undersized pompano for sure. Okay. Go back and get bigger, please. But if there's pompano out here, man, one of these keeper size would be awesome to take home. We have some casserole for dinner, some pomp fillets to go with it would be stellar. Okay, it's possible there's a fish on this. Either way, we're rebaiting everything. What have we got? If it's a little whiting, he's bait. It is a little whiting, and he is bait. That could be an, oh, I think I'm getting hit right here already. Let's see. Did I lose it? Nope. There we go. Spot. That's a pretty good spot. Might toss him in the cooler.
Did you eat those?
Yeah, they're all right. Usually if they're a little bigger, but if that's all I catch, I'll still keep them.
I got you. I hear you, man.
He'll make some good fish and grits.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so this is Kane's leader going out. Nice and far. Yeah, that one casts good and far. It's a slick leader. I like that. Ooh, that's a big hit there. That's a big hit there. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Feels slack, I don't like that. But I got you, I got you. Is that another baby jack? That's for sure what this is. It's a baby jack. Well, we will definitely get you back. Always awesome to catch little jacks. Would love to catch your big brothers. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Thank you for playing. Nice. Fish or crabs. This feels like fish. Is it there? Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. Another little pompano. Undersize. Another little pompano. Fun to catch. Want it to be bigger. Like, way bigger. Like, way, way bigger. Bye, buddy. Zoom. This is on Kane's rig. Second good bite on this rig. Let's hope I actually got fish this time. I think it did. Nice whiting. Nice whiting. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be tossing him in the cooler too. Get that back out there. I've got some shrimp ready to go right here. I think I got that one. Oh yeah, I got it. There's another one on Kane's rig. Is that another good whiting? It's another fat whiting. So I've caught stuff on the other rigs, but Kane's the one putting meat in my cooler, so thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. It's another decent whiting. Y'all will get a chance to meet Kane sooner or later. We're gonna do a meetup on Hunting Island in I don't know, a week or two or something, as soon as we can both line it up. Hopefully before I go out of town on tour. Ah. Oh, shit. That's fish here. Shit. Hope I still have it. I think I still have it. Oh, don't be what I think you were. Stingray. So that last whiting hit before I even before that even hit the bottom, before I even put it in the rod holder. So we're just gonna keep rolling while I cast this one. Oh, we're gonna get this first. Here we go. I might have missed whatever that was. Maybe not. Nope. I got you. What are you? Another pompano? Another jack? Another jet? No, another spot. Another decent sized spot. So I'm glad I'm keeping those because they're pretty good to eat. And that's 2 of them. That's a fish. What are you? You seem different. Are you a bluefish? That's a decent bluefish. That's not a decent bluefish. It's a bluefish, but it's small. But boy, does that add to the variety for today. Calm down, bud. That is an undersized bluefish, too. A lot of undersized fish today. But that's okay. We're still catching fish. Look at that, bluefish. Bye. Pew, like a dart. Gone like a dart. Yeah, that's a fish on this rod right here at the end of the day. Another little pompano to wrap it up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of this incredible lighting, this incredible sunset behind me to shoot my outro. What an awesome afternoon. Variety of fish. I wasn't even out here for but a couple hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. So to catch that variety of fish, that number of fish in that amount of time, that was awesome, you know? And very easy to do. I feel like if anybody takes a little bit of time to think about things like, what do fish want to see? what am I putting where, you know, that you can come out here and be successful with minimal tackle, minimal effort. You know, I'm using surf rods, but honestly, as long as you rinse things, you could use freshwater gear, catfish rods, you know, medium action bass rods, as long as they're a good 7-foot or so rod, you know, something to give you a nice amount of height above the waves. And you know, I'm using rod holders, but you can hold your rod, and in fact you'll miss fewer hookups that way because you'll feel a real bite. The thing there is you gotta learn the difference between crabs, turbulence, you know, turbulent water, and fish, because there's a lot of stuff going on under there that's not fish. But you know, hand-tied leaders or leaders with a minimal amount of flash on them, fresh shrimp, maybe some fish bites, and keep it mostly close. You know, there's fish way out there, but most of the whiting and stuff are feeding right in here. The majority of the fish I caught today were off of rigs in close, although I did get two good whitings off the one that was way out there. But you don't have to launch it to the Bahamas to catch fish. So hopefully this one helped some of you guys be able to get back out here and catch more fish. I'm going to try and do more how-tos and more in-depths on leaders and stuff like that as we go. But thanks for watching Fishing Control, and we'll see you on the next trip.